Good morning, everybody. Today is the last day of making for week one. We're really excited. And today is about making the case. It's polishing your walkthrough so that other people can understand it, writing about what your startup mobile app actually does, and overall just finishing things up as a team. It's going to be pretty free-flowing. You're going to work as a team, and we're going to let you just do what you want to do throughout the day. We'll be floating around to help you, but I'll walk you through what we need submitted by 6 p.m. today, and that's what you'll be evaluated on for week one. And so yesterday, at the end of the day, you had this final prototype splash page and startup info link. So if I click on the Texo submission page, you should have picked either your yellow or blue prototype. You can still do it this morning. I'm going to go with the blue one. You can go with the yellow one. It doesn't matter. Make sure you post in that sharing link. If not, watch the video on how to get that link. I'll make sure I send that out. Post that here. Post your splash page link here. I'm going to get to that in a minute. And then your job for the, in terms of other things that you need to submit other than your prototype and your splash page, is you need to give a point of view. So your ideal user is, in this example, a cash-strapped college student who needs a way to get her textbooks at the lowest costs, and then why. She wants to do well in her studies, but only needs a textbook for one term, right? So she's not looking to build a library, she's looking just to get through her courses. Pick a name for your startup. Don't spend too much time on this, but something that's evocative of what you're trying to do. It's important, not too long. Do one sentence describing what your startup does. So here's an example from Airbnb. Airbnb is a trusted community marketplace for people to list, discover, and book unique spaces around the world, online or from a mobile phone. Short, sweet. If it's any longer than this text box right here, you're doing something wrong. And then here you can do a one paragraph describing your startup. And this is from a B2B company called Relate IQ. And they automate, simplify, and deepen the way people engage with their professional relationships, right? So immediately they've talked about what the thing it is that the app does for you. What's the problem it's solving? It deepens professional relationships. Whether you're managing a sales pipeline or tracking deals to closure, Relate IQ provides tools and insights to increase your effectiveness, right? Why do I use this app? I can be more effective in my job. It automatically tracks and analyzes, so now it's getting into the details of what the app does. My day-to-day interactions that drive relationships in business, sales, and more, using in data and algorithms to make my job better, right? So it's relatively specific. It's not 100%, but if I'm a professional, I'm looking a way to reach out, it gives me enough to maybe be interested in the product. And then once I've filled all these out with things, right, blah, 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 obviously these should not be yours, blah, 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 and then there's a link that I pasted in. I'm gonna just hit submit my Texo, finished, and then I'm done for the day. And if you accidentally already submitted your Texo yesterday, that's totally fine. Just hit Texo submission page. It's gonna take you to this page, and you can click here to unfinish, and that'll unfinish your Texo, and you should be good to go. Yeah, which should solve that problem. No worries. Great. So I'm going to walk you through next the splash page. And on the splash page, you just click here. This is describing, here's a link to the video for setting your sharing settings correctly again. Just click here, and this is going to take you to this. And all you have to do here is if you chose the yellow prototype, copy the yellow splash page. If you chose the blue prototype, copy the blue splash page. So I'm going to click here. It's going to open a link. Right, and this is your splash page. It should have your startup name up here, and try to really stick to the format of the splash page. I think consistency will make it easier for people to compare. You're going to put your best prototype image in the phone over here. Startup name at the top. The one sentence that you entered in Texo, copy and paste it here. Then what is startup name? Copy and paste the paragraph thing down here, right? And so this is giving someone an image that is incredibly evocative of your thing, a description of what it is, and then 3 sentences that says, okay, this is why you should use my thing. Don't mess with this format too much. Try to keep it to this. It's really simple, and it makes it really easy for when we're doing evaluations for us to compare, because everybody's being compared on the quality of their idea, the quality of how they can sell it, and then the quality of that one image that really shows what their app does. Great, so once you've done that, just return to your Texos. Beautiful. Comment on the day's case at some point. Kiva and the power of a story. Really important to make sure that you have a story, whether it's in your product or behind your product. It can be very, very useful. Mark that as complete. Have lunch whenever. It's a pretty open day. And that's about it. So if you have any questions, Sharek, Randy, Adam, going to be floating around the RAs. I'll be checking in, making sure that everything's going Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to looking at your guys' submissions at 6 p.m.